Alright, I'm back and this is my follow-up video on the Apple Watch Series 7. So I upgraded from the Series 5 and I've been using the Series 7 now for about a week, and there actually isn't too much that's different, so instead of doing a review where I go over technical specs, I thought instead it'd be fun to take this video as an opportunity to just go over the things that I have noticed upgrading from the Series 5, and more importantly just the utility and what I enjoy about using Apple Watches in general. So let's start with the design, because here, there was some rumors leading up to the release of the Series 7 that there would be a redesign with the flattened edges so that it would kind of match the iPhones and iPads. That's not what we got. Apple has stuck with the same design, same basic design since the original Apple Watch, with the soft curved lines and the squared circle kind of design. And I don't mind that. I think the design is pretty iconic and recognizable. It is a piece of technology, but it's also something that you wear on your person. So the way it feels, the way it looks, all those kind of things do matter. And I like the look of the Apple Watch. I always get the stainless steel version. It's a big premium to pay, but because I consider it as a piece of jewelry and something that I use every day, I don't mind that upgrade for the nicer finish and the more jewelry-like look. You know, I don't consider myself very fashionable, but I do like to switch bands, and Apple makes that very easy. That's a nice thing about the Apple Watch. So whether you're going for a casual, sporty look or slightly more dressy, you can do that very easily and quickly with the Apple Watch, and that's one of the features that I like about the watches in general. So the design has not changed, but what Apple has done this year is they've increased the screen size. They say by about 20%. Numbers-wise, it's not too much of a big bump, but if you think about it, the components are so small, so a 20% increase in screen size has actually made a noticeable difference. It's something that I immediately noticed when I first unboxed it and powered it on. The passcodes on the lock screen, all the icons and the touch interface, all the UI elements, everything is that much larger. That makes it easier to read and easier to press. So in my week of using the Series 7, that has been a nice upgrade. And now when I compare it to the Series 5, and the Series 4 and 6 also, the larger, thicker bezels of those watches just look kind of clumsy in comparison. So this does feel like a more refined, upgraded version of that design language, and something that I've enjoyed in the week that I've owned it. The next thing that I wanted to touch on that I find valuable about the Apple Watch and the Series 7 is its functionality. And the main functionality that I enjoy is basically getting those notifications on the wrist. It's a very big, to me, it's a great convenience to have, so it doesn't matter where your phone is or really what task you're doing. For example, if I'm doing the dishes and I have my phone set aside somewhere else in the kitchen, I can quickly glance at my wrist and just see what's going on, and that's a nice feature to have. And of course, it can also tell the time because it is a watch. One of the new features that Apple have added this year is the full QWERTY keyboard. And when I first saw this in the keynote, I thought it was hilariously small and that would be completely useless. What is this? A keyboard for ants? But actually, after having used it for about a week now, there was a couple instances where I did use the keyboard to send out messages. For example, I was at work and my phone was charging nearby, got some messages that I wanted to respond to, and I didn't want to say it out loud so that all my coworkers would hear what I'm saying. So I used the QWERTY keyboard, and it actually wasn't so bad to swipe out the messages. So that's kind of a nice function and a new feature that was added to the Series 7 that I'm grateful to have. What's kind of funny is that if you have the keyboard out, here, let me bring my phone over, your phone will pop up and know that you're trying to type out a keyboard, so you can type out the message on your phone. So that was kind of funny to see, because if you're typing out a message on the Apple Watch and then it pops up to do it on your phone, you may as well just do the entire message on the phone. But still, there's some nice integration there, and I'm happy to see that the keyboard is here, and more importantly, I'm happy that it actually has some functional value. The last thing that I want to touch on that I get a lot of value out of the Apple Watch is for fitness. Now, I don't consider myself a very active person. Fitness is kind of something that I struggle with being consistent on. But with the watch, it's nice to be able to track all of the metrics, because it also scratches that itch of, putting everything into numbers, because I'm not good at writing down notes and tracking what workouts I've done. But it's nice to have the watch that shows you everything that you've done. Whether I'm going for a run, doing a workout, hiking, or even cycling, I always have my watch on me, and I'm always sure to start the workout activity so that in the future I can see and track what I've done over the months, and that's nice to have. And one of the other nice things about the watch is that you can also see what your friends are up to. So if you have a friend that you are kind of competitive with, you can see how many calories they've burned and what their activities are and their accomplishments when they've completed a workout. And that could motivate you to get up and do a workout yourself. So that's been a valuable feature since the very first Apple Watch, basically, and something that I get a lot of value and utility out of on my watch. And I think that about wraps it up for this video as far as differences that I've noticed compared to the Series 5. Should you upgrade? And, why did I upgrade from the Series 5? Well, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that this isn't just a piece of technology, it's also a piece of fashion because you wear it on you every single day. So I had the Series 4 in gold stainless steel and the Series 5 in gold stainless steel, and I felt like after 3 years of wearing the same watch color, it'd be nice to switch the style up, and that's why I have the graphite stainless steel here. So I think that's a valid reason. If you are looking at it strictly from a technological upgrades point of view, yeah, I would say from the Series 5, 6, and even as far back as the Series 4, pretty safe not to upgrade as far as new features are concerned. But it is nice to have the larger screen, and the faster charging could be useful for those of you that can take advantage of it. So that's it. Hope that helps some of you out there, and thanks for watching.
99, 100.